Hey there, how's it going? I'm walking here in eastern Oregon in the Anthony Lakes Wilderness area with my brother and his family who are back up the trail that way. It's just a short little like half-mile hike each way up to some other lakes up there. Nice to get out in nature here. So I'm just back from a epic 6-month trip around the world. I posted just a couple of little videos on this channel. I've been posting tons of videos over on my travel channel, travel videos from my 6-month journey in which I went to Thailand for a month, Cambodia for 2 weeks, Nepal for 2 months, Greece for 6 weeks, the Netherlands for 2 weeks, and then Spain and Portugal for about 10 days each, and just got back a week ago. So it is nice to be back home, back in familiar country. That was a very intense trip, and I'm feeling kind of traveled out, being a stranger in a strange land and everything. Then it's just kind of a relief to be back home, even though I don't actually have a home. I'm just visiting them, and I just picked up a pickup truck that my brother just gave me, and so I'm going to be cruising around doing some road tripping and camping and stuff here in Oregon and probably California for the next month or two while weather is good, and then we'll see after that. And so this video is on the subject of what if when we die, that's the end? So I am a spiritual person. I believe in a spiritual realm. Now within that belief system of mine, then that means we are all spiritual beings. Whatever the truth is quite independent of your beliefs around it. But for myself, based on lots of different things, both my own personal experiences of having kind of glimpsed the spiritual realm and seen, beyond just this physical material world in a few different ways, and based on the experiences of others, of many people who have had near-death experiences and out-of-body experiences and various mystical experiences and journeys and things, and have reported back of these other realms and other beings and everything. And then additionally, just based on what makes sense to me, just rational logic, to me it makes sense that there must be another world beyond this, that our personal consciousness is not simply a byproduct of neural activity in the brain. Okay, I don't think that's the path. But that our consciousness is non-physical. It is not part of the material world. And our consciousness is the ultimate proof to us that something else exists, as well as the doorway to that other realm. However, that is all just my own personal belief. I don't know what the real truth is. I just have my own belief system, and it is a belief. It is not a certified fact by any means that there's anything beyond just this physical reality. That we have a soul. That anything exists beyond that which we can touch, see, smell, feel, etc., and that we have a soul that continues on from here. There's no guarantee on that. It could be the case that is all just a human fabrication, wishful thinking, just the human mind not being able to accept inevitable death and demise, that we get this one shot, this one lifetime, and then we die, and that's it, and just complete and utter blackness and nothingness, and that's it. We never come back. Our life ultimately is really of no consequence other than the extent to which we enjoyed it, and that's the way it is. And if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. and there is nothing at all that we can do about it. So that is obviously completely independent of our beliefs around what may or may not be the true nature of this reality of being a human being here on Earth. So we don't know. But there are a couple of things that come to mind on this, which is that if, I'm wrong, along with lots of other people who believe in, a spiritual realm, and who are basing their life to some extent on, I'm going to get reincarnated, or I'm going to go to heaven, I want to clear my karma, etc. And so we have a spiritual path that is based on, what's going to happen beyond this to some extent, and we're making our decisions and everything around that. So there might be something to that, and there might not. Nobody on this planet currently live knows the ultimate answer. There are those who claim to have, had near-death experiences and gone to the realms of the angels and all this. Daniel Brinkley and lots of others who report back with all of this information of the things that they saw and the beings that they met, and they met God and everything. But that could still just be a fabrication of the mind, a dream state, your neurons firing weird and making you see things or something. And so there's no guarantee at all. And so here's the thing. If it is the case that there is no spiritual reality, that is just a total illusion of humans, then there is nothing to be disappointed about. If that's just the way it is, that is the way it is. And when we move on from this life, then there's going to be no, darn it, I thought I was going to go to heaven, or darn it, I thought I was going to get to be a human again. There's going to be no disappointment, because there will be nothing. We just won't exist. And so there's nothing to be disappointed. There's nothing to worry about in terms of, fretting over whether or not your soul is going to, live on. Because if that isn't the way that it works, then that's just the way, that this reality was constructed. And so we die and we're dead, and that's the end. On the other hand, there's nothing to be lost in basing your belief system around the notion that there is a spiritual reality, right? Because if there isn't a spiritual reality, then you didn't waste your time. Actually, that's not completely true, and I'll get to that in a second. But if your belief system is based to some extent around the idea that we have a soul that lives on, and then it turns out that we do, then that could very well be energy wisely used in our life, of making our life's focus that of what may happen beyond our existence here. And if there isn't anything, then that's the way it goes. So I am going to continue with my own personal beliefs that there is a spiritual reality for all of those reasons. It makes sense. I've had my own personal experiences. Other people have reported it, and you might as well, right? However, I do believe that it is actually possible to waste your time on spiritual ideas if your spiritual paradigm is one of making that which may or may not happen beyond this life more important than this life itself. And that's kind of the ultimate sort of little revelation that I had that inspired me to do this particular video, is the folly of spiritual paths that are based too much around that which lies beyond this world, of making your spiritual focus one of, I'm trying to get to heaven, I'm trying to cleanse my karma, I want to have a better life in the next life, and so I'm going to do these things, I'm going to center my life, make my decisions, my choices, my values based around what's going to benefit me after this life is done and over. And I think that is a mistake, and that is a incorrect spiritual paradigm. one that is overly focused on that, because you can, in fact, be wasting your time and not fully seizing the moment, not being truly here now in this reality of being a human on planet Earth, which is the only thing that is certain. What's the point of spending your whole life trying to get into heaven and maybe being miserable, making choices in your life to do this or do that, even if it might not be what you want to do, neglecting your passion, just, following the rules. And then perhaps you die and nothing. Or you die and then your spiritual belief system, even though it may be true that there is a spiritual reality, turns out is incorrect. There isn't heaven. It's a reincarnation system. Or there isn't reincarnation. It's a heaven system. Or maybe it's something completely different. You go to some level of hell or level of heaven, or the astral realms, or the 12th dimension, or who the heck knows. We don't know. We have no idea. There's no guarantee what's going to happen next. And so it is silly and a waste of time of your experience being here to focus too much on that reality that may or may not lie beyond. A spiritual path that is truly grounded. It's a very important, concept, and something that is oftentimes lost in a lot of spiritual, perspectives, is that of being here, connected to this earth, this ground, these trees and rocks, and accepting and validating and embracing this here physical human form, and being really truly here now. Because we can have a spiritual outlook, we can be thinking about what may happen beyond this world. People die every day, we're going to die someday, and we don't know when that's going to happen. It could be tomorrow. A friend of mine died over the summer, and it was quite a shock, and he knows the answer, if there is anything of him left to know anything, then he knows if there's a world beyond and what it's like. But the rest of us, it is still a mystery. And so how can we adopt a spiritual viewpoint that is grounded in making this world and our lives a better place to live, focused more here, in this earth and our personal daily lives and the basics of our society, our schools and hospitals and homes and the focus of our jobs and our environment, and making this earth and human existence a better place, while simultaneously keeping in mind that possibility that there is something beyond this world that we will experience someday. And if that is the case, then yes, it is important to be prepared for that, and to be keeping that as part of our reality construct of trying to evolve our souls for that which may occur beyond this, but to not have that just be what the spiritual path is all about. So, all right, pretty spot here. Thanks for watching, and I will try to put out some more videos, especially now that I'm out here getting out into nature, which is a lot better for trying to record discussion videos than traveling around in the middle of noisy cities and everything. That's one reason why I didn't record any spiritual discussion videos the past 6 months while I was traveling, and other reasons too. I was just focused on my travel videos, but anyways, it is inspiring to get out here in the woods, and I will intend to record some more interesting topics. All right, see ya.